Hi guys, Penny Rose Journals. How you doing? I decided to prep some papers. I was sitting watching television the other night and I thought I need something to be doing. So I just pulled this book out and it is just stuck in the cover with glue, single pages just stuck in. So it's not hard to pull apart. And it's not particularly precious, so I'm going to pull the pages out and scrape white paint over them, and then I have a base to work with just while I'm sitting in front of the TV, and I will take them downstairs with me this evening and fiddle around with a few and see what I end up doing with them. Normally when I'm in front of the TV I will work with Posca pens or other pens because ink's a bit messy, you don't want to spill especially not on my couch. So because I use a lap table when I'm sitting in front of the television, I'll just take a bundle of pens down with me and play down there. So let's scrape a bit of paint on a few pages so you can see what I do there, and then I will bring you back once I have worked on a few pages and I'll show you what I did. And that's as simple as it is. That is what I'm going to do with this entire book. Just put a thin layer of white acrylic paint over the text on each page. Now you can still see the text through it. It is not a thick layer, it is about as thin as I can get it. It will basically just obscure the text slightly and stop the page from being so porous. Where I write over the page itself, if I'm say using a marker, it will soak through the page. It's quite porous paper, but when you're writing over the paint, it doesn't. It just sits on the surface. Obviously it soaks in and dries, but it won't soak right through the page, but you will see that as we go along. I will show you the difference where I have written over the part of the page where there was no paint. But yes, you can still see the text through the paint. It's just an interesting background to the mark making that I will do. Okay, here we are the next day. I have taken these downstairs. I had some old black Posca pens that needed using up. I kept on going until I had nothing left in them. I got 3 Posca pens finished, so I managed to throw them away. Hooray. And this is what I did. I just did some intuitive writing over the top, and I enjoyed it so much that I'm going to do some more. I pulled out a selection of pens that I want to work with today. Some of them are permanent markers and some of them are Posca pens. I thought I would show you both just in case you don't have Posca pens, and permanent markers are something that most people have around the place, whether they have them in colours or whether they've just got black ones. Generally I do my intuitive writing in just black. but I decided to pull some colours out and give that a go as well. So yeah, you can see what it is that it turns out like with colours. This is a metallic marker, and I'm not sure that it really shows up, but it's a kind of bronze colour and it's quite shiny, which is pretty cool actually. So I'm going to do a couple probably in each colour, and I'll sort of zip you through them so you don't have to watch the whole thing. But yeah, the marker turns out just as good as the Posca pen. There is no real difference in the result. It looks just as nice. I actually really like the way this blue turns out. I really enjoy this colour. I think it'll be nice to actually have some different colours of this around. Like I say, I normally just do my intuitive writing or mark making in black. But yeah, I really do think it's going to be nice to have a few colours laying around the place that I can add to other things, collages, whatever else. Just something different. It's here you can see how the permanent marker actually seeps through the page where it doesn't go over the paint. Yeah, so if you are using permanent marker and you don't want to paint your pages, which is perfectly acceptable as well, it's not like you have to, I just enjoy the look. But yeah, it's definitely something to keep in mind when you're using old book pages. There's every chance that it will seep through and you will get, you know, marker on whatever surface you're working on. So yeah, just watch out for that. If you're concerned about it, just pop an old drop sheet or other book page or something behind it, just so you don't have it on your desk or something. Okay, I am going to give one of the Posca pens a go, again in a colour, and yeah, you'll see that this doesn't really sort of seep through the back. It's basically acrylic paint in a marker pen, So yeah, it doesn't quite act the same way as the marker does soaking through the page. It just sort of dries on top. But yeah, still coloured pen works basically the same. And I'm just going to do a few pages in each colour, and I've still got a couple of coloured markers there that I'll try out as well. If you've seen me do my mark making before, you might have seen me do the intuitive writing from the top to the bottom of the page. I do that occasionally. I do this occasionally, just across the page. When I'm going across the page like this, I tend to make it a continual line. I rarely lift my pen. Sometimes I do, but mostly I will just start at the beginning, end at the end, and move on to the next line. But I do lots of different mark making. It's not always intuitive writing, but today this is just what grabbed my fancy. Okay, well that's a bunch done, and I still have a bunch of pages left, so I will certainly be doing more. Yeah, I hope it gave you an idea of things you can do. It's not necessary to just do it in black. It's not necessary to do it in colours. You can do it any way you like. It's also not necessary to do intuitive writing. Mark making can be any marks on the paper. So, but I hope it gives you some ideas on, decorative papers you can make yourself out of what you have. So, all right, guys, thanks for being here today. I appreciate your company as always, and I will see you again next time. Bye.